We used to chase that Chattanooga freight, couple of kids in a Chevrolet, catch a little air when we cross the tracks, sipping on something from a paper stack. You hang your shirt on that maple limb, slipping through the moon to the river bend. Wasn't very long, I was jumping in. I guess I'm still doing now what I was doing then, chasing you like a shot of whiskey, burning, going down, chasing you like those goodbye tail lights, headed west to anywhere out of this nowhere town, chasing that freedom, chasing that feeling that got gone too soon, chasing that you and me I only see in my review, till I'm laying here tonight holding someone new, still chasing you, still chasing you. You always used to talk about LA, I heard you got as far as Santa Fe. Well, you know I tried to track you down, I only got as far as Guitar Town, singing about a girl I used to know that I haven't given up, I'm just on your radio, chasing you like a shot of whiskey, burning, going down, chasing you like those goodbye tail lights, headed west to anywhere out of this nowhere town, chasing that freedom, chasing that feeling that got gone too soon, chasing that you and me I only see in my review, till I'm laying here tonight holding someone new, still chasing you, still chasing you. Chasing you like a shot of whiskey, burning, going down, chasing you like those goodbye tail lights, headed west to anywhere out of this nowhere town, chasing that freedom, chasing that feeling that got gone too soon, chasing that you and me I only see in my review, till I'm laying here tonight holding someone new, still chasing you, still chasing you, still chasing you, still chasing you.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV, and welcome to Team Victory Lane Racing. Tonight, it is the 19th annual birthday bash. Well, tonight we come to Rossburg, Ohio, the house that Earl built. Eldora Speedway playing host to your pro late models. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler with you for the call as we get set. We're not too far away from moving into qualifying on the night. And then, of course, we'll go right into what will be 5 heat races on the program. 8 laps, top 4 to the main event. Then we'll have your consolation races, whether we have a D main or whether we go straight to the C and B. D main will look like this, 10 laps top 4. C main, now 10 laps top 4 from the D to the C. So Alphabet Soup Racing, and then 12 laps in the C main, top 4 to the B. And then 14 laps for your B main. Top 4 will also go through to tonight's 75-lap main event. There is a warm-up session slated. I dare say there may be a track reset, but nonetheless, we'll see what the track crew pulls up for tonight as we get set. We're not too far away from qualifying here at the Eldora Speedway. In what started out 19 years ago, back on DTR2, Dirt Track Racing 2, now moving over in the last 7 years. Over to iRacing, playing host to the richest iRacing races in history. Of course, you just go back to the Spring Fling just a little over a month and a half ago, or a month ago. But right now we are qualifying. Well, we're about to go qualifying because it is showtime. Of course, take a look at the drivers and how they are going and what it is going to take to get qualifying here tonight as we are ready to go. So let's take a look at some of the first cars on the racetrack. Right now, there is Scout F in the number 10 machine, I should say, the Medulla C Speed Shop number 10. See if we can bring up the qualifying times. Scout F will be the first car to lay it in. Stops the time. Sheets with a 15.305, 15.305. Selby goes quicker with a 15.265. Scout Neff a little slower on lap number 2. There is Josh Fuller in the Folds Graphics. D1RT ML Performance. Car number 12. 16th quick with a 15.460. Dropping down the timesheets right now. Can he go quicker on lap number 2? No, he does not. Evan C. quick time with a 15.196. Tanner Tomasi driving the 09 machine for Speed Ranch. James Braswell moves into the top 10 with a 15.282. 15.282. Evan C. Howard Weaver, Knox Lumley make that. Howard Weaver, Colton Zimmer. Your top 3. Tomasi lap number 1. 15.323. 15.323. 20th quick. Slower on lap number 2, Colton Herbert, Ben Caldermarsh in the 12 machine, Tanner Peak. See who else is on the racetrack right now, the 127 Industries, Medulla C Speed Shop, CFM Esports 127 of Blake Majulis. Waiting for the first lap time to come through for Blake Majulis, one of the favourites coming into tonight's 19th annual birthday bash. 15.193, make that 192. That is quick time for Blake Majulis. Elijah Johnson on the raceway. With 20 seconds left is 53rd car to lay down a time. 56 cars, make that 55 cars, sorry. In fact, Brandon Starr, 52nd quick, Elijah Johnson, 49th quick with a 15.527. A 15.527. And now make it 56 cars have signed into the pits, but looks like that is going to be done and dusted as we take a look at qualifying results coming up on screen before we move into what will be the first of 5 heat races on the program. Blake Majulis, 7C, Howard Weaver, Colton Zimmer, and Knox Lumley go your top 5, and they will all start pole of heat races here tonight. We get ready. Heat race number 1 will line up like this, and starting from the pole, driving the 127 car, it is Blake Majulis. To the outside of the front row, driving your 112, and it's Devin Morgan from position number 2. Rolling off inside the second row from position number 3, driving car number 33, that is Jaden Anderson. He's outside. Driving car number 7, that is Caleb Durgan from position number 4. Position number 5 will be the D1RT number 80 machine of Dylan Wilson. He's outside. The 41 of Logan Rumsey from position number 6. Position number 7 will be the 97 of Rocky Battenfield to the outside from position number 8. Driving the hut in front, number 1 car, Jesse Enterkin. Lining up out of position number 9, driving car number 32, that is Cam Harris to the outside. The 124, the 24 on screen, that is Brandon Bolton from position number 10. We go back to what is the final row. Logan Cottle's in, the 64 lines up out of position number 11, and Peyton White in car number 1P lines up out of position number 12. So heat race number 1 ready for a start here at the Eldora Speedway. The 19th annual birthday bash for Team Victory Lane Racing, Team VLR. See if we are ready for a start off turn number 4 with Blake Majulis and Devin Morgan. See what the safety car does. Comes infield. We are green and we are racing. The 19th annual birthday bash is upon us. Majulis going straight down to the low side. Devin Morgan follows suit down through turn number 1 and 2. Wilson to the inside on Jaden Anderson as they work side by side down the back straightaway. Top 4 to the main event. Everybody else through to your last chance qualifiers. The Alphabet Soup Racing tonight, 3 and 4 wide down through turn number 1 and 2. Wilson looks good on the low side. Here he comes after Devin Morgan. Morgan trying to shut the doors. They work down through the 3rd and 4th turn. 2 down, 6 to run. A lot of the cars working the low side through 1 and 2. Rumsey trying to get straight into your 75 lap main event. Jaden Anderson holds on to that position, but for how long? Rumsey goes on by, as does Caleb Durgan in that number 7 machine. Now Durgan on the outside looking in, move Rumsey into that 4th and final transfer position, watching 2nd and 3rd. Morgan and Wilson side by side once again down through 3 and 4. Halfway home here in heat race number 1. It is Blake Majulis leading the way from Devin Morgan, Dylan Wilson and Logan Rumsey. Caleb Durgan still runs in the 5th position from Jesse Enterkin in 6. Continue to put laps on here at the Eldora Speedway. And again, Wilson and Morgan still going at it side by side. Morgan's got the advantage by 3/4 of a car length. Wilson not giving up that low side just yet. He still wants to make it work. 2 to run for Blake Majulis. The 1 second advantage right now over Devin Morgan. Look out, Dylan Wilson, because here comes Logan Rumsey trying to make it 3-1 on the inside. Coming to the white flag, 1 lap left to run. Durgan and Rumsey, they go side by side. Rumsey's got the advantage. Half a mile to go. Heat race number 1, the 19th annual birthday bash here at the Eldora Speedway. Down the back straightaway. Into 3, off a turn number 4. Blake Majulis going to be victorious. Morgan and Wilson. Morgan's going to have it at the line. Blake Majulis, Devin Morgan, Dylan Wilson, Logan Rumsey. Those drivers will transfer to tonight's main event. Let's take a look at the official results coming up on screen. Blake Majulis wins by 1.15 seconds over Devin Morgan. Dylan Wilson in 3rd. Logan Rumsey 4th. Those 4 drivers lock into tonight's 75 lap main event. Durgan, Enterkin, Anderson, Battenfield, Cottles and Bolton. That's your top 10. Those drivers going to the consolation race. Peyton White, Cam Harris will come home in 11th and 12th. Heat number 2 lines up like this. On the pole position, driving the 33 machine, that is Evan C. To the outside, the 19 of Mike Augustine from position number 2. Position number 3 will be Robbie Buchanan Jr. in the 31 to the outside. The 27B of Brady Thompson from position number 4. Position number 5 with the 23 of Chase Barber to the outside. The 611 of Logan Herbert from position number 6. Position number 7 will be the 19 car of Ryan Hodge to the outside. The 007 entry of Jacob Fields out of 8. Out of 9 will be the 12 of Josh Fuller from 10. Cole McCubbin in the 33. And Brandon Starnes in the 1B car lines up out of position number 11. 11 cars, heat race number 2. Safety car is in. Heat race number 2. We're underway. Evan C's going to lead the field down the front straightaway. Augustine Buchanan runs in third. Immediately Thompson under some pressure by Barbara in the 23 machine. They go side by side. Barbara. But here comes Brady Thompson around the outside of Buchanan. That's for positions 3 and 4. Herbert trying to make it inside and 3 wide down through turn number 1 and 2. Almost 3 wide down the back straightaway. A lot of racing lines being utilised early on, low in the middle. We'll see whether that top side is going to come back into play later on. Herbert to the inside. He gets by Barbara. Barbara now trying to fight back, but I tell you what, Robbie Buchanan, boy, he's under all sorts of pressure right now. Thompson had to check up, not get into the back of the 19 car of Mike Augustine. 3 down, 5 to run here in heat race number 2. Barbara, Herbert, they go side by side. Meanwhile, Thompson trying to come after Augustine. Now Herbert trying to dive low, trying to throw it deep down into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Ryan Hodge in the number 19 machine. Hodge working the top side through turn number 1 and 2. Here he comes, 1 and up, 3 wide down the back straight away. Ryan Hodge making it work on the top side. Now Fields tries to work it upstairs as well through turn number 3 and 4. Top 1 and 2 looks like it is the place to be at the moment. Hodge around the outside of Barbara. That's for positions number 5 and 6 right now. They go right through the middle. 2 laps left to run for Evan C. Mike Augustine, Brady Thompson, Robbie Buchanan Jr. That's your top 4. Herbert still trying the inside line. Watching Buchanan in that 4th and final transfer position. Just in front of him is the 27B car, Brady Thompson. White flag is out. 1 lap left to go. Heat race number 2 of 5, and Evan C continues to put it upstairs through 1 and 2. Here comes Buchanan with a run down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Buchanan goes to the inside on Brady Thompson off turn number 4. Evan C's going to win second. I'm going to Mark Augustine. Brady Thompson third at the line. Heat number 2 is done. And just like that, Evan C gets the win. We'll start alongside Blake Majulis on the front row. The 75-lap main event. Augustine, Thompson, Buchanan going to the show. Hodge, Barbara, Herbert, Fields, Fuller and Starnes, along with McCubbin. Those drivers going to your B, C and D main. Heat race number 3 lines up like this. The 07 entry of Howard Weaver will start on pole to the outside of the front row. The 157 car of Drew Hopkins from position number 2. Driving the 2 machine of Dylan Hauser, he'll start position number 3. Trey Mills will start from position number 4 in car number 14. Rolling off at a position number 5 in the 48 car, that is Scott Fritz. Hayden Tolleson in the 327 will start from position number 6. Position number 7 with the 12 car of Ben Canamas to the outside from position number 8, the 21 of Justin Brown. Starting position number 9, JD Sass in the 22 to the outside, the 21 of Taylor James from position number 10. And out of position number 11, driving the 15 car, that is Justin Sick. So heat number 3, rolling off behind the iRacing.com safety car. And it's the man that started it all, Howard Weaver on the front row on the pole position. And on his outside, the 157 car of Drew Hopkins. Safety car goes in. Weaver mashes the throttle down. We go racing. Heat number 3. Hauser immediately slides up in front of the 157 car of Hopkins. Now Hopkins goes back to the inside as they drag race down the back straightaway. Hauser coming after the race leader. Was there a little contact to Drew Hopkins? He will lead lap number 1. He was third down the back straightaway. Hauser slides up in front of Weaver. Hopkins still leads the race down the back straightaway. Look at this battle for 3 wide. That's for 5, 6 and 7. Tolleson to the inside on Calamarsh, and Fritz now getting shuffled out there. Fritz going to move back to positions number 7 and 8 as he battles with JD Sass. Meanwhile, there is going to be a challenge up for the race lead. Drew Hopkins, look out, you've got company down into turn number 3 and 4. It's the 2 machine of Dylan Howes. They work down the front straight away. 5 laps left to run. Heat race number 3 of 5. Howard Weaver still running in 3rd position, got himself locked into a transfer position, but here comes slide jump for the race lead. Hauser on Hopkins. Hopkins back to the inside. Cross flag sticks around halfway home. Here comes Weaver now, going to try to make it a 3-way battle for that race lead. Hauser's good down the back straight away. Will he go for the slide? He's going to try it. Oh boy, he moved him up the racetrack without making the contact, forcing Hopkins to go a little wider. Howard Weaver now a double slide job from Weaver and Hauser on Hopkins. And now Trey Mills coming in. Look at this, 2 by 2 as they work down into 3 and 4. 2 to go at the line. Mills, here comes Weaver. Weaver trying to go 2 or maybe 3 for the price of 1. Weaver back to position number 4. Trey Mills has moved to position number 3. Coming to the white flag and Dylan Hauser half a mile away from starting in position number 3. And what about the first 3 positions we will have in your main event? Blake Majulis, Evan C. and Dylan Hauser. Backstretch for the final time. Checkered flag is out. Heat race number 3 is done. Dylan Hauser gets the win. Drew Hopkins home in second. Trey Mills edges out Howard Weaver for that 3rd and 4th position. There is your official results coming up on screen. Hauser, Hopkins, Mills and Weaver go to the show. Countermars, Fritz, Tolis and Sass, Brown, Sick, along with James. Those drivers going to your D, C and B main. Heat number 4 lines up like this. On the pole position, driving the 20 machine, that is Colton Zimmer. To the outside of the front row, the 46 of Matthew Selby. Second row to the inside, the 18 of James Braswell Jr. out of position number 3. Scout Neff in the 10 from position number 4. From position number 5 with the 09 of Tanner Tomasi, Dustin Griffiths in the 82 from position number 6. From position number 7 with the 10 car of Connor New to the outside, the Chef out of position number 8, that is Bob Klein. Row number 5 to the inside, from position number 9 with the 80 car of Jacob Howitz. From position number 10 with the 7 car of Eliza Johnson. Casey Sawwich lines up at a position number 11 in the 27X machine. Heat number 4. 3 heat races so far have been completed. And some fantastic racing so far here from Eldora Speedway. Heat number 4, penultimate heat race of the night. Zimmer and Selby. On the front row we go racing. Once again here at Eldora Speedway, 3 wide for the race lead. Braswell looks down low on Selby. Selby had to go through the middle. Here comes Tomasi in the 09, getting by Scout Neff. Braswell looking for the race lead. Colton Zimmer just has got it at the start-finish line. 3 wide down into 1 and 2. Braswell caught the inside wall. It doesn't move. Tomasi now, Scout Neff. Oh, look at this, 3 wide. Griffiths, 4 wide. Oh boy, they're coming through thick and fast, but the battle is on for the race lead. Braswell will lead lap number 2. To the top goes Colton Zimmer through 1 and 2. Braswell through the middle, we go yellow. Oh boy, Dustin Griffiths, let's take a look at your simrapmarket.com instant replay. So we keep an eye on the 82. He was up the top of a 3 wide battle, making 4 wide for a split second. And the 10 car just got tight, leaving him nowhere to go. In fact, this is where it all happened. It all came unstuck for him. The 10 car of Connor New caught Jacob Harberts, also caught the 7 car of Bob Klein. So thanks to simrapmarket.com for their support with the 19th annual birthday bash. Check them out on the World Wide Web, simrapmarket.com. Lights are out. We are back to green. Connor New back in the pits. Dustin Griffiths back in that 10th position. Not sure whether he's still out onto the racetrack. I believe he is also in the pits. Here we go. 3 down, 5 to go. It's taken 4 and a bit heat races to get our first caution of the night. Tomasi to the inside on Zimmer as they work through 1 and 2. Selby along with Scout Neff as they go side by side for that 4th and 5th spot on the racetrack. Selby's got it at the line. Meanwhile, looking down for the race lead. There goes Tanner Tomasi. Tomasi tried to throw it deep. Now here comes Zimmer. Zimmer working it upstairs once again. Look at this. Top and the bottom groove working here at Eldora. 3 to run. Selby and Zimmer, they continue to go side by side for positions number 3 and 4. But you battle off turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. He's on for the race lead. Selby now trying to make it work on Zimmer, but Tomasi and Braswell, who's going to have it at the line? Braswell, he got second, so Tomasi's your new race leader. Zimmer now goes to the inside on Braswell. Little contact off turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Selby forces it deep down into turn number 3 and 4. They were 3 wide on the entry. They'll go 3 wide off turn number 4. Tanner Tomasi looking to start outside the second row of your 75-lap main event. Backstretch for the final time and down into turn number 3. Here comes Scout Neff trying to work it upstairs, trying to put himself into the show. Selby's going to drift up. Tanner Tomasi wins heat race number 4. Second will go to Colton Zimmer. Third at the line is going to be James Braswell. And Matthew Selby will get that 4th and final transfer spot from Scout Neff in 5th. Bob Klein, Eliza Johnson, Casey Sawwich, Jacob Harbert, and Connor New. Your top 10 with Dustin Griffiths home in position number 11. Heat number 5 lines up like this. Lining up on the pole, it'll be Knox Lumley to the outside. The Medulla C Speed Shop 00 machine of Kendall Tucker from position number 2. Colton Herbert the 6th will start 3. Landon Francis in car 35 lines up at a position number 4. Position number 5 with a 74 machine of James Starry to the outside of the 3rd row. In the 55, that'll be Cruz Cordell from position number 6. From position number 7 will be the 4 car of Justin Norwood. He's outside. The 00 machine of John Darby will start from position number 8. Thomas Kohick in the 00 machine, the 3rd 00 car we will see in heat race number 5. He will start from 9th, the 44 of Tanner Peak at a position number 10. And position number 11 is going to be Ian Logan in the 17 machine. So 3 00 machines in this one. Heat number 5, your 5th and final heat race of the 19th annual birthday bash is underway. 3 wide already down the back straight away. Challenges up for the race leaders. Tucker goes to the inside of the 24 car of Lumley. Meanwhile, James Starry making his work on the bottom side of the racetrack. Lap 1 belongs to Lumley. Then you go back to Tucker. Followed by Starry, Herbert, Cordell. Francis now going to make it a nice little juicy battle down into turn number 3 and 4. Short slider there from Tucker, but Lumley turns it back underneath him right now. 2 down. 6 to go. Tucker is looking good so far in the opening 3. What will be 3 laps? Starry, Herbert, they all roll the bottom side of the racetrack. Landon Francis back there in position number 5. Starry goes to the inside right now on Lumley. Lumley gets out of shape, and there goes James Starry. We are yellow. Let's take a look at your simrapmarket.com instant replay. How it all unfolded here down the front straightaway. Starry got to the inside. There was a little contact there. And the cars somewhat never just got untangled from each other. So Starry and Lumley. Starry goes around. I think Cordell got a piece of that one as well. He did. Just know where to go. Was running 6 at the time. Tried to mind his own business up the top of the racetrack. Unfortunately, catches the front end of the 74 car. So Starry back to the pits. Everybody else still rolling around the racetrack. Heat race number 5. Final heat of the night. And Kendall Tucker, once we go green, once we go back to green, we will be halfway home in heat race number 5. Looks like our safety car, he's going to stay out for one more lap. I think race control. Stephen Calavoda just trying to determine who is going to be ruled at fault for that one. Looks like we have made the decision. Looks like we're ready to go back racing. Starry back to the pits, 1 lap down. Remember, top 4 go through to the main event. Everybody else through to the B, C, and D main. Now, it is Alphabet Soup Racing. No No 1, no 2, no 3 B-Mains. It's straight up Alphabet Soup Racing. Safety car goes in. Kendall Tucker will lead us off turn number 4. Restart, second yellow of the night is done. Thanks to SimRapMarket.com for their support with the 19th annual birthday bash. And it is going to be Kendall Tucker, Knox Lumley. Now look out, Landon Francis to the top of the racetrack. Keep an eye on Darby on the outside, looking in just by 1 position. Darby goes low down into turn number 1 and 2, looking to get by Landon Francis, who's working the top shelf through 1 and 2. Justin Norwood going to battle the 17 car of Ian Logan. Logan looks like he got a little bit tight. They rubbed door panels down the front straightaway. 2 to run. Lumley slides up in front of Herbert. Darby now once again down to the inside on Landon Francis for the 4th and final transfer position. Herbert, Lumley, they go side by side, but the white flag is out. 1 lap left to go for Kendall Tucker. Keeping an eye on Francis along with Darby. Backstretch final time. Who will it be down into 3 and 4 to get the 4 transfer positions? Kendall Tucker victorious. Herbert, Francis, Lumley will get the top 4. Darby comes home 5th. Norwood, Logan, Peake, Cordell, and Starry. Heat number 5 is done and dusted. And there it is. Now we move into your D main. 10 laps of distance, top 4 to the main event. There it is. Heat number 5 results. Your D main cars coming on the racetrack right now. Justin Brown will start up alongside Jacob Harberts on the front row from positions number 1 and 2. Inside your second row with a 55 of Cruz Cordell from 3, Brandon Bolton from 4. Out of position number 5. Position number 5 will be Brandon Starnes in the 1B from 6 with a 15 of Justin Sick. From 7 with a 10 car of Connor New. From 8 with the 17 of Ian Logan. Peyton White in the 1P out of position number 9. Cole McCubbin in the 33 from position number 10. Taylor James in the 21 from 11. Dustin Griffiths in the 82 from 12. And your 13th and 14th starters, James Starry from 13th and Cam Harris lining up out of position number 14. And this is where cars will start to be eliminated. If you're not inside the top 4, well, your birthday bash is done and dusted. Here we go. D main is upon us. 10 laps, top 4 to the sea. We go racing. Who will run the Alphabet Soup here tonight? They work down the back straight away. Justin Brown leads from Jacob Harberts. The 24 car Bolton goes immediately down to the inside right there on Cruz Cordell. Cordell has to turn it down the back, down the front straight away underneath him. He slides up, can't slide up in front of the 24 car. Oh, Brandon Bolton, the 1B of Brandon Starnes. First car on the outside looking in, looking to be eliminated here in tonight's D main. Although as I say that, Bolton goes a little higher in 3 and 4 as they work through 1 and 2. Bolton is now outside of a transfer position as the battle between the Brandons. Brandon Starnes, Brandon Bolton. Here comes Ian Logan. Dustin Griffiths trying to make a name for himself on the low side. We are yellow. Let's take a look. Not sure what happened here. At your simrapmarket.com instant replay. There it is. James Starry in the 15 car. Justin Sick just come together on the back straightaway. They were 3 wide and just running out of real estate. Different angle from the drone shot. Peyton White involved in that one as well. As we are back live here from the virtual Eldora Speedway. First caution in your D main. And a reminder, top 4 go through to the back of the C main. who will get the job done here tonight. We've already locked in 20 drivers from the heat races. Top 4 from the 5 heats, making us a 20 car field so far. We've still got to lock in another 4 more from the B. But before we even get to the B, you've got to run the alphabet soup of the D and C main to find out our B main lineup, then to find out which 4 drivers will transfer to your 75 lap main event. Once again, we go back racing here at Eldora Speedway. Justin Brown, I'll tell you what, that was very close to passing the pace car before it went down to pit road. Brandon Bolton up the inside right now of Jacob Harberts. Harberts goes back to position number 3. Now almost 3 wide for the final transfer spot. Starnes, New and Griffiths. Griffiths around the outside. Here comes Cruz Cordell in the 55 machine. Griffiths getting a little tight. 4 wide through turn number 1 and 2. 2 by 2 and 2 by 1 by 2. Lot of racing here so far. Lot of passing being done at Eldora, and your top 4 are just clearing away. Ian Logan trying to make a name for himself on the bottom, trying to sell some t-shirts back there in positions number 7 or 8, depending on where he is. New slides up in front of Cordell. Cordell turns it underneath him now. Cordell on the outside looking in position number 5. So you can see him half a second behind Brandon Starnes in that 4th and final transfer position. Here comes New once again. It's the long slider. Oh, Cordell got into the back of him. We might be going yellow. No, not just yet. There it is. Yellow comes out. So let's take a look at your simrapmarket.com instant replay. So this was backstretch, so we're still probably half a lap away from this happening, but look at this long slider from the 10 car of Connor New. It is long, long, long. It almost looked like he was going to leave him a lane up on the top shelf, but unfortunately that he did not. And the 55 of Cordell gets into the back of the 10 car of New. New pulls the car up on the racetrack. So what is 2 to go? 2 to run in tonight's D main. Justin Brown, Brandon Bolton, Jacob Harberts and Brandon Starnes. At the moment, the way they restart, those 4 drivers have prematurely locked themselves into tonight's C main. Here we go, back to green. We're back underway. Brown, Bolton, Harberts to the inside on Bolton through 1 and 2. Little contact in the midway point of 1 and 2. Here comes Logan and Griffiths. Griffiths now trying the top shelf. Logan trying the inside line. He'll move the 1B of Brandon Starnes up out of the way. White flag is out, 1 to go in. Logan along with Starnes, they come together. Now Cole McCubbin, Dustin Griffiths for that 4th and final transfer position. Into 3 and 4, final time. Justin Brown going to be victorious. 2nd will go to Brandon Bolton, Jacob Harberts 3rd, and Cole McCubbin. McCubbin is going to get that 4th and final transfer position. D main results coming up on screen. Brown gets the win from Bolton, Harberts and McCubbin. Those top 4 go through to the C main. For Griffiths, Taylor, Logan, Starnes, New and Cordell. Along with Harris, Sick, Starring and White. Well, we say goodbye to those drivers from 5th on back. Your C main, 15 cars getting ready to tackle the Eldora Speedway. Logan Herbert in the 611 machine from pole to the outside of the front row. The 327, Hayden Tolleson from 2. The 7 of Eliza Johnson from 3. The 44 of Tanner Peak from 4. From 5 with the 97 of Rocky Battenfield. From 6 will be the 007 of Jacob Fields. From 7 will be the 22 of JD Sass. From 8 will be Casey Sorwetz in the 27X, I should say. From 8. From 9 will be the 00 machine of Thomas Kohik. From 10 will be Logan Cottles in the 64. from 11 with a 12 of Josh Fuller. From 12 with a 21 of Justin Brown. From 13 with a 24 of Brandon Bolton. From 14 with the 80 car of Jacob Harvett. And 15th with the 33 car of Cole McCubbin. Just keeping an eye on the transfers from the D main to the C. Again, we'll see if anyone can run the soup here tonight. Here we go. C main, 12 laps, top 4 to the back of the B. Battenfield immediately to the inside. Well, we go yellow. Let's have a look at the simratmarket.com instant replay. Ooh. Tanner Peak. Just got turned there by the 27X machine. So first caution of your C main. Again, a huge thanks to Simrat Market for the replay sponsorship. Check them out on the World Wide Web, simratmarket.com. So Justin Brown, Tanner Peak out of the event. And Justin Brown was your your D main winner. So he will take no further part in this one. Tanner Peak, unfortunately, got the raw end of that one. Jacob Harvett's back in the pit area. Lights are out, field doubles up into rows of 2x2. What do you mean no one says the World Wide Web? I say the World Wide Web. Come on, Burrow. You're better than that. Don't be that guy. Or would you like me to say WWW? What will now be 1 down, 11 to go. Keep an eye on the 97 of Battenfield. He tries to make it 3 wide through the middle right now. Johnson and Tollison. Tollison moves to position. Bell back to position number 2. Johnson in third. Here comes Cottles in the 64 machine. Battenfield now on the outside looking in as Cottles moves to position number 4. Now trying to come after Elijah Johnson for third. Josh Full in the 12 trying to work it upstairs through turn number 3 and 4. Battenfield has got 5th at the line, make it 4th now down into turn number 1 and 2. Oh boy, 4 wide, Battenfield, Fuller, they come together, they keep it going. Here comes Brandon Bolton in that 24, along with JD Sass in the 22 machine. Again, both these drivers fighting for a better finishing position because as it stands, they are running 5th and 6th position and you need to be in the top 4 to go through to the B main. Sass has now moved to position number 5. And we are 5 down, 7 to run in your C main. Again, Alphabet Soup Racing. Here comes Brandon Bolton. Boy, you got a huge run down the back straightaway on the 22 of JD Sass. Sass now trying to come after the 64 car of Logan Cottles. Cottles to the top shelf into turn number 1 and 2. We are halfway home. In your C main, here comes Bolton once again on the inside of Sass through turn number 3 and 4. Your leader is Logan Herbert from Hayden Tollison in 2nd position. Elijah Johnson in 3rd. That's the 7 machine on screen. Cottles in the 64 in the 4th and final transfers position. 4 to run. Sass and Bolton. Again, they continue to go at it. As it stands, the 3 drivers make that 4 drivers that come from the D main. Of course, we already know Justin Brown is out of this one. But then you've got the likes of Brandon Bolton, who is almost in. He needs to find 2 more positions. You've got Jacob Harvett, who's back in the pit area in 11th position, so he's out of the event. And then you got the 11 car of Cole McCubbin. So realistically, there's probably only one chance for one of these drivers to run the soup, and that is Brandon Bolton. With 2 to go. Time is running out. He is about a second away from Logan Connells in the 64 machine. Now Fuller goes to the inside on Bolton, down the back straightaway. Fuller now moves to position number 6, but it will not matter right now because Logan Herbert has found himself through turn number 1 and 2 and back straightaway for the final time. Elijah Johnson on screen into corner number 3. Off turn number 4, Logan Herbert wins your C-Main. Second will go to the 327 car of Hayden Tollison. Third at the line is going to be Elijah Johnson. Fourth will go to Logan Connells in the 64 car. You see main results, there it is. Herbert, Tollison, Johnson and Connells go through. For everybody else, 5th on back, 5th all the way through to position number 15. We say goodnight to those drivers as we get ready for your B main. And it will be Caleb Durgan in car number 7 from the pole position to the outside of the front row. The 19 of Ryan Hodge from position number 2. Position number 3 with the 12 car of Ben Countermarsh. From 4 with the 10 of Scout Neff. From 5 with the 00 of John Darby. From 6 will be the 1 of Jesse Enterkin. From 7 with the 23 of Chase Barber. From 8 will be the 48 of Scott Fritz. From 9 will be the chef of Bob Klein in the 7. From 10 will be the 4 of Justin Norwood. From 11 will be the 33 of Jaden Anderson. From 12 will be the 611 of Logan Herbert. From 13, the 327 of Hayden Tollison. From 14, the 7 of Elijah Johnson. And from 15, Logan Connells in car number 64. And we are ready for what is your last chance qualifier here tonight from Eldora Speedway. Durgan and Hodge. Top 4 to the main event. And a 75 lap A main event that is waiting for 4 of these drivers. Green flag is out, your B main. The 19th annual birthday bash B main is underway. Countermarsh immediately down to the inside on Scout Neff. Here comes Jesse Enterkin now trying to go to the inside on Scout Neff as they work off turn number 4. Who's going to have it at the line? It was Jesse Enterkin. Oh boy, he got a little shot in the shorts from the 00 machine of Derby. Here comes Fritz now trying to make it work on the top side. Look at this, 2x2x2, almost 3 wide. Barbara into the back of Derby through turn number 3 and 4. They keep it going in the forward direction. Chase Barbara on the outside looking in 3 wide as he works down the bottom of turn number 1 and 2. Neff got a hell of a run on the outside of Jesse Enterkin. Enterkin with a slide job on Neff. Neff can only do nothing. He can't do anything but just watch the 1 machine 3 wide. Here comes Barbara. Neff to the outside on Derby. Enterkin has got that 4th and final transfer position at the moment. 4 down, 10 to run. Barbara, Enterkin, wheel to wheel down the front straightaway. Herbert trying to door his way through into a transfer position on Derby. And that, of course, checked up the 48 car of Scott Fritz. Watching that battle for that 4th and final transfer position. Who will it be? Enterkin or Barbara? Enterkin's got it at the line. Enterkin back to the top side of turn number 1 and 2. Oh boy, look at that little contact down the back straightaway going down into turn number 3. Barbara will now slide it up. Look how Derby around. Derby around in turn number 3 and 4. Barbara had 4th at the line. Do we go yellow? Not just yet. Derby goes back to the pits. You're still watching the battle on for the 4th and final transfer position. Enterkin with a slider on Barbara, trying to park it on the nose of the 23 car. Back to the inside goes Enterkin. Barbara through the middle of the racetrack, side by side. What about this battle for that 4th and final transfer position? Enterkin and Barbara still going at it wheel to wheel. Which one of these 2 drivers will find themselves finishing in 4th position? Or will they not finish in 4th? Will they not make the show? Time will tell. With 5 to go at the line, Enterkin, slider on Barbara. Barbara back to the inside down the front straightaway. Barbara's got it by half a car length. Enterkin good right through the middle of the racetrack through 1 and 2. Barbara still going to utilise that bottom side down into turn number 3. Now, I thought he was going to slide out. No, he's going to stay glued to the bottom. Here comes Enterkin to the outside. Still roughly about half to 3/4 of a car length between Jesse Enterkin and Chase Barbara. Again, fighting it out for that 4th and final transfer position. Enterkin's good. Oh no! The 7 car of Johnson Oh, Johnson was slowing down into turn number 3 and 4. And that will give Jesse Entigan that fourth and final transfer spot with 3 to go. Barbara now on the outside looking in. Countermarsh in third. Hodge in second right now. 1.1 second away from your race leader. 2 to go. And I think Elijah Johnson in the 7 car has halted any chance of Chase Barbara in the 23 from potentially going into the main event. The white flag is out. 1 to go for Caleb Durgan. Durgan to the top shelf through turn number 1 and 2. Back straight away for the final time. Turns 3 and 4. And the Apex Industries car number 7 machine. Caleb Durgan wins your B main. Second will go to Ryan Hodge. Third will be Ben Countermarsh. Fourth on the line is going to be Jesse Entigan. Fifth will go to Chase Barbara. Scout Neff home in 6th position. Let's take a look at your official results coming up on screen. And after 14 laps, it is Caleb Durgan, a 1.181 victory over Ryan Hodge in second, Ben Countermarsh in third, Jesse Entigan in fourth. Fifth, we'll go to Chase Barbara, Scout Neff in sixth, Logan Herbert, Justin Norwood will come home in position number 8. Logan Cottles, Eliza Johnson rounds out your top 10. And then we go over the page. Scott Fritz, 11th, Bob Klein, Jaden Anderson, John Darby and Hayden Tolleson are the 15 drivers in your B main. And the field is set, ladies and gentlemen, our 24 starters. Our 24 starters. We have a 15-minute warm-up session. I'm not sure if we're going to get that entire 15-minute warm-up session. So with that being said, we're going to step aside here on Ultimate Dirt TV and on the Team Victory Lane Racing Facebook page. We'll play some music. In fact, we'll play one ad. Of course, we'll play the replay sponsor ad as well. Not that they've got an ad, it's just the simrapmarket.com file that you've been seeing. Play that a couple of times and we'll come back with some music and we will wait for your main event to start here. You're watching TeamVLR's 19th annual birthday bash Pro Late Models live from the virtual Eldora Speedway as we get ready for our 75-lap main event shortly on the other side of music and of these quick commercial breaks. Well, that was a very, very quick commercial break. We are back here on Ultimate Dirt TV and on the Victory Lane Racing Facebook page for what is the 19th annual Birthday Bash Pro Late Models here at the Eldora Speedway. The track has been reset and Race Control says we are ready to go racing. Here from Eldora, our 75-lap main event is about to start. And well, let's go through and take a look, ladies and gentlemen, at your starting lineup. On the pole position will be the 127 car of Blake Majulis. To the outside of the front row, driving car number 33, Evan C. From position number 3 with the 2 car of Dylan Hauser. From position number 4 will be the 09 of Tanner Tomasi. Rolling off out of position number 5, your heat race number 5 winner, the 00 of Kendall Tucker. From position number 6 on his outside, the 112 of Devin Morgan. Position number 7 with the 19 car of Mike Augustine. From 8 with the 157 car of Drew Hopkins. From position number 9 with the 20 car of Colton Zimmer. From 10 will be Colton Herbert. Then we go back to row number 6 to the inside. In car number 80, that'll be Dylan Wilson. To the outside, the 27B, Brady Thompson from position number 12. Position number 13 will be the 14 of Trey Mills. And from 14 will be the 18 of James Braswell Jr. From 15 to be car number 35 of Landon Francis. From 16 to be the 41, the Red Rocket of Logan Rumsey. From position number 17, 31 of Robbie Buchanan Jr. from 18. We're the man that started all this 19 years ago, driving car number 07, Howard Weaver. From position number 19 to be the 46 of Matt Selby. From 20 to be the Knox Lumley. Then we go back to row number 11, the 7 of Caleb Durgan. Your B-main winner will start 21. From 22 with the 19 car of Ryan Hodge. And the 12th and final row inside from position number 12, from position number 23, car number 12 of Ben Countermast to the outside from position number 4. He can't go any further back. Driver at the front, car number 1 of Jesse Enterkin. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, as we are ready to embark on a 75-lap journey here from the Eldora Speedway Pro Late Models. Who will get the job done? Who will be crowned victorious in tonight's main event? A long race is upon us. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to go racing. The 19th annual birthday bash. Happy birthday, Victory Lane Racing. We are live for 75. And immediately Blake Majulis leading the field down into turn number 1 and 2. 3 wide as they go through. Here comes Kendall Tucker to the inside right now on Dylan Hauser for that final spot on the podium. Morgan, Augustine, poor old Tanner Tomasi got shuffled back. He's outside the top 10. Lap number 1 will belong to Blake Majulis. Go back deep in this field right now. Everybody trying to sort themselves out, trying to find themselves into a rhythm. Poor old Howard Weaver. Boy, he got tight. Tyre wear is going to be a huge factor in this one, especially later on tonight. Troubles for the 07 car of Weaver. Durgan trying to come through right now, 3 wide. Gets into the side of Selby. Selby into the side of the 24 car of Lumley. Morgan now trying to come after Augustine down the back straight away. Here comes Dylan Wilson. Dylan Wilson to the outside on Hopkins. Zimmer in car number 20 follows the 157 car through turn number 1 and 2. Augustine all over the back of Kendall Tucker in the 00 machine. And now you've got Devin Morgan still working to the low side. 5 down. 5 down and 70 to go. Morgan shoots it hard down into 1 and 2 on the low side. Augustine now meanwhile challenges up and a change for second and third as Dylan Hauser moves to position number 2. Hauser's found his way to position number 2 very quickly in tonight's main event. 69 laps left to run. Boy, I tell you what, Dylan Wilson looks very good in the early parts of your main event. And again, the tyre wear is going to be a factor. We'll talk more about that throughout the course of this feature event. Now the changes up for the race lead. Dylan Hauser looks for the number 1 position down through turn number 3 and 4. As he works past Blake Majulis. Majulis, you can guarantee, you bet your bottom dollar right now, he will be saving that equipment, saving those tyres. Meanwhile, Dylan Wilson goes down to the inside on Hauser. And Dylan Wilson now to the race lead. Little slider there from Wilson on Hauser. Hauser comes back at him now. Kendall Tucker's found his way to position number 3. Tucker trying to get by Hauser through 1 and 2. A lot of changes, a lot of passing in the early parts of what is 10 laps completed of your 75-lap main event. Wilson continues to lead. James Braswell looking like the first car to go a lap down in that number 24 and the number 18 machine. Not sure why he's not showing up on the timing and scoring. Devin Morgan now coming after Evan C through 1 and 2. Move Devin Morgan up to position number 5. Keep an eye on the 19, Mike Augustine back behind Evan C. Little breakaway from the top 8. Back to position number 9. Morgan goes to the outside on Majulis. 13 complete. Yet to see the caution at this stage. Morgan now coming after Hauser down into turns 3. Hauser drifts it way upstairs into 3 and 4, and he's got the run. So as it stands, you can see your top 10 on the left of your screen. Wilson, Tucker, Hauser, that's your top 3 from Morgan and Majulis in 5th position. C in 6th, Augustine 7th. Bit of a breakaway back to Colton Zimmer in the 20 machine. Then you got Drew Hopkins in 9th, Trey Mills in 10th. And look at this Hornets nest right now, a lot of 2x2 action. And we are 15 down, 60 to go. 20% of your race is complete. The Red Rocket of Logan Rumsey. He's got Lumley, Tomasi, along with Caleb Durgan behind him. Here comes the 27 car of Brady Thompson. He went right through the middle. He split Caleb Durgan and Tanner Tomasi. Tomasi back to the inside right now on Thompson. Just keeping an eye on the time for your top 10 drivers to see if there is anything happening up front right now. They're pretty much spread themselves apart. And right now we continue to watch Durgan, Tomasi. Then you've got the 27B car of Brady Thompson. Along just in front of them is the 24 of Knox Lumley and the little Red Rocket of Logan Rumsey, who's all over the back of the 6 car of Colton Herbert through 1 and 2. 3 wide. Here comes Durgan. Shoots it down to the inside right now. Trying to make it 4 wide as they come off turn number 4. Now they'll make it 3 wide. Tomasi thinking about trying to make it 4 wide. He's thinking, well, where do I go in this little debacle? Durgan going to lose 1, 2, and 3 positions as Countermarch to the right of your screen in the 12. Gets on by the 7 car of Caleb Durgan. Remember Durgan, he won your B main. Tomasi top shelf into turn number 1. Cuts it back down to the middle off turn 2. Brady Thompson in that 27B gets on by Colton Herbert. Still watching, keeping a close eye on Logan Rumsey in the 41 car. Rumsey trying to get by. Oh, look out, Matt Selby around. Selby around, and it's taken 22 laps to go to our first caution. Let's take a look at your Simrat Market instant replay. So the 46 just got a little helping hand from the 7 car of Caleb Durgan. So here it is once again, right in the middle of turn number 1 and 2. Just a little helping hand from Caleb Durgan, which will bring us under the yellow flag for the first time in tonight's main event. Thanks to simratmarket.com for their support. So Braswell in the 19 car, just still rolling around. Howard Weaver out in. Now, why is it not showing? Bear with me. I'm going to reload the program. So I'm not sure why it's showing Braswell. So it's just taken the timing off the screen. So bear with me. We should have it back once we go back racing here in just a couple of laps time. Dylan Wilson is your race leader. I'm sure Wilson would love to put that 80 machine on the top step of the podium in your birthday bash. There we go. Now we've got our 24 drivers. So Howard Weaver out of the event. So can only imagine problems for that 07 machine, but looks like we've still got 23 cars on the racing surface. Safety car goes in. 52 laps left to run. Pro Late Models 19th annual birthday bash is upon us once again. Hauser to the outside right now. Now your new race leader. Here comes Devin Morgan into position number 2. Evan C will find his way to position number 3. 3 wide, poor old Dylan Wilson. Oh man, not a happy restart for that 80 machine. Gathers it back up through turn number 1 and 2. He got to the outside of Kendall Tucker. Now gets to the outside of Evan C. Hauser leads the race from Devin Morgan, but here comes Dylan Wilson. 25 down, 50 to go. 1/3 of the race distance is complete. And here comes Dylan Wilson once again. Boy, the tyres He may not have much left when it comes to the back end of this race. Or either that or he's looking to get a big enough lead to where he'll be able to hold on and hope that we don't have any cautions. 49 remaining. Countermarsh. Selby back up. Look back up inside the top 15. Look at this 2 and 3 wide down the front straightaway. Where do you look right now? Where do you talk about? There is a whole bunch of pro late models going every which way possible. Augustine trying the inside on Herbert. Herbert, little bit of a help with some contact with the 46 machine of Selby. 3 wide again, 2 by 2 by 3. Pro late models turning on here at Eldora Speedway. Hopkins, Selby's back inside the top 10. Now coming after Hopkins for that 8th spot on the racetrack. Countermarsh in 7th. Good drive so far by Ben Countermarsh. Here comes Trey Mills on the top side of 1 and 2. Goes through the middle of 3 and 4. Majula's got some company with Selby. Tried the low side. Right down on the inside wall through 1 and 2. Look at this. 2 by 2 by 2 right now. Oh my. Again, where do you look? You almost don't have a big enough camera angle right now to see this one unfold. It is still Wilson, who has opened up a 3.4, 3.5. Look at the gap just increasing. Oh, Selby, 3 wide, 4 wide. Countermarsh, Mills, Majulis and Selby. Look at Caleb Durgan now. Durgan has moved himself up to position number 7. Remember, he won your B main. So he's had to drive deep in this field. And I dare say with the last 15 to 20 laps, you'll see the likes of Hauser, Tucker, Morgan C, Majulis. That's where the tyre wear is going to play a factor. Right now, as it stands, you look at the likes of Evan C, right there on the inside of Devin Morgan, 5.5 seconds away from Dylan Wilson, your race leader. He's got a 5-second lead over Dylan Hauser. Mills, Durgan along with Majulis. Durgan nearly into the back of Mills. Another lap into the books. For these drivers already, it's Dylan Wilson. Now it's 6-second lead. Durgan around the outside of Mills. C back to the inside on Devin Morgan. Durgan now going to try and come after Evan C down into turn number 1 and 2. Durgan goes low. Look out, here comes Trey Mills around the outside. Almost 3 wide, he backed out of it. Didn't want to force the issue right there with 38 to go. Morgan got a whole lot of pressure right now with the 7 car of Caleb Durgan. Durgan just gets to the right rear quarter panel of Evan C. Devin Morgan still looks a little tight there on the entry down into turn number 3. But here comes Majulis. Now going to follow Evan C down to the low side through 1 and 2. Here comes Selby Countermarsh. Mills goes right through the middle. Trey Mills looking out. Here he comes. Oh, look out. 3 wide through turn number 3 and 4. Durgan into the wall. Trey Mills is making some names. Taking some names, selling some t-shirts. Durgan gets by. Evan C moved Caleb Durgan up to position number 5. Morgan has gotten by Kendall Tucker for 3rd. Tucker shuffling back to 4th, now make it 5th as they put another lap into the books. 35 laps left to run. Mills just got into the 1 and 2 wall. 7, nearly 8 second. There it is, 8-second lead with what is 33.5 laps left to run for your race leader of Dylan Wilson. Boy, he is preying on no more cautions. Selby. Then you go back to Brady Thompson, Mike Augustine. Then you got the 19 car of Ryan Hodge. Hodge had to come from deep in this field as well after having to run that B main. Lumley trying to go to the outside. Selby. Now look out, Brady Thompson. You've got some company. Blake Majulis is thinking, well, it's almost trying. It's almost go time right now. Majulis nearly 11 seconds away from your race leader. Majulis slides up in front of Selby. Selby had to back out of it. Countermarsh, Evan C, side by side through turn number 3 and 4. Countermarch on the top shelf. Brady Thompson around the outside of Evan C. They'll make it 30 laps to go next time by. And Brady Thompson, now he's starting to get a move on in that 27B machine. Oh boy, it is go time right now for Brady Thompson. Is that a little too early? Time will tell. Look at that gap. It's now down to 7.5 seconds for Dylan Wilson over Dylan Hauser. Hauser quickly closing in right now. But we are into what is 29 laps left to run. Hauser's got Morgan. They follow in pursuit. And with right now, with the tyres that these guys are saving, boy, I tell you what, maybe Dylan Wilson, he's gone too early. We are yellow. Oh, Matt Selby around. We take a look at your SimRap Market instant replay. Your SimRap Market instant replay, and that was a caution that Dylan Wilson did not need, but comes courtesy of the 46 car of Matt Selby. Just slides up in front of the 12 car. Evan C nowhere to go. Evan C's got some damage as well. As we come back to live pictures, front end busted on the 33 car, so he will bring that one. He will bring that car infield. He will get a quick repair, and he's going to have to come from the back of the field. Can he do it? We are certainly going to keep our eye on that 33 machine. So new car for the 33. And poor old Dylan Wilson was hoping that we could, and we did not see that caution. 2 cautions so far in what has been, once we go back green, will be 48 laps complete. So the lights will go out at the start-finish line. So let's keep an eye on that iRacing.com official pace truck. Wilson, Hauser, that'll be your front row. Lights are out. So the 19th annual Team Victory Lane Racing birthday bash is about to come back under green flag conditions. And with the tyre wear, with Wilson absolutely frying those tyres, how will this all unfold? 27 laps remaining, 48 complete. We're back underway in the birthday bash here at Eldora Speedway. They get through turn number 1. Hauser to the inside on Wilson. Now Dylan Hauser, your new race leader. Look out, Caleb Durgan, Devin Morgan. They go side by side. Trey Mills, look at this 3 wide for the runner-up position. Wilson trying to hold on at the moment. Can he do it? Well, he's still holding on to the second spot. Oh boy, look out. Ryan Hodge, Kendall Tucker come together in turn number 1 and 2. 25 to go, so 2/3 of the race is complete. We've got 1/3 left. We're still live for 25 here at Eldora Speedway. Morgan getting by Dylan Wilson there on the exit of turn number 2, but here comes Wilson trying to fight back on the outside. Morgan slides it up to the top shelf. Now Wilson has to turn it back underneath him. Here comes Caleb Durgan, Trey Mills, and we go yellow. And the 127 car, oh, Blake Majoris involved in that one. Take a look at your SimRap Market instant replay. Looks like it may have been the 09 of Tomasi. Just looks like, just look at the front end of the 127 car. Looks like he checked up a bit just to not get into the back of Drew Hopkins, leaving Tomasi nowhere to go. So we're going to let race control deal with that one. Tomasi carrying a whole lot of speed. And unfortunately, the 127 car will go around. And I can confirm he is down in pit road. He's coming to get a quick repair, much like what Evan C did. Speaking of Evan C, back in position number 19. Have a look at the little red rocket. Or the Red Rocket. We're going to go with the Little Red Rocket because he's probably only knee-high to a duck. He's 3 foot tall, knee-high to a duck. But I tell you what, he is quick. I go back to one of the very first races on the new build we've seen here at Eldora that I've seen here. And it was Hauser and Rumsey who saved their tyres. And that's exactly what we have seen so far in what has been the first 2/3 of this main event. And with what will be 24 to run. Who will take out the 19th annual birthday bash pro late model main event win here from Eldora? We're back to green with Dylan Hauser. And immediately we go straight back and look at the battle for second, third and fourth. Trey Mills to the inside on Morgan and Wilson. They were 3 wide at the midway point of turn number 1 and 2. Mills has fallen back to position number 5. Keep an eye on Durgan. 1 spot out of a podium after winning the B main and starting position number 21. But again, the question will be, how much tyres is left on that car? Here comes the Red Rocket, the 41 car of Logan Rumsey. Down to the inside, Trey Mills working it upstairs. Mills, I think his tyres have gone now. They might be shot in the shorts as well. Rumsey gets passed by the 09 machine of Tanner Tomasi. Trey Mills again challenges on for the race lead. Slider from Morgan. Hauser back to the inside. They race off turn number 4 to the start-finish line. Hauser had it by probably a front nose, a front bumper, and that is all that separates Hauser and Morgan as they work down the back straight away. Coming to 20 to go. Morgan with a little slide job on Dylan Hauser. Meanwhile, Durgan with a slider on Wilson just there to what was the right of your screen. Morgan has got it at the moment by probably a car and a half length down the back straight away. This is your battle right now for third and fourth position. A short slider from Durgan. Wilson had to check up and turn it underneath him now. 20 laps to run. Make it 19 as they went past the start-finish line. Here comes Trey Mills once again in position number 5. A slider from Durgan. Wilson nowhere to go. 3 wide off turn number 4 if you don't mind for third, fourth and fifth. Now throwing Colton Herbert in position number 6. Mills with a slider on Wilson. 3 wide off turn number 2. Mills into the wall. Here comes Tomasi. Tomasi now trying to get inside the top 5. He's going to get by the 7 car of Caleb Durgan. Colton Herbert has found his way to position number 3. He'll slide it up in front of the 80D machine of Dylan Wilson. But here comes Durgan. Here comes Tomasi. Here comes Hodge on the top side. Durgan, slide job. Trying to go 2 for the price of 1 on Herbert and Wilson. 16 to go. Your leader is still Devin Morgan. 2/10 of a second. This battle for 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th right now is really heating up with what is now 15 laps left to run. We've got 60 complete. They're 3 wide. Keep an eye maybe on Blake Majulis, MNC. They're not really doing too much. They're in 20th and 22nd position at the moment. But it is still Devin Morgan in that number 80 machine. Hodge to the top side. Almost 3 wide. Here comes the Red Rocket of Logan Rumsey down to the inside. Rumsey trying to make it work now. It is go time. The switch has been flicked by the 41 car. It'll be 13 to go at the line. Hodge, huge slider there on Dylan Wilson. Wilson turned it back underneath him now. And again, watching Logan Rumsey watch these 2 drivers of Hodge and Wilson battle. Here comes Tomasi to the inside. They almost go 4 wide. It'll be 3 wide down into turn number 3. Wilson, Tomasi, double slide job on Hodge and Rumsey. Oh, look at that synchronized slide job. You love to see it. Here at Eldora, the Pro Late Models. And Tomasi's moved to position number 5. 3 wide down the back straight away. Hodge with his own double slide job, 2 for the price of 1. He's got the daily double into turn number 3 and 4. Tomasi back to the inside. Tomasi back to position number 5. Hodge says, no, I want that 5th spot. But Tanner Tomasi says, yeah, good luck. You got to take it away from me. You're going to have to earn this one. 10 to go for Devin Morgan as he comes down the front straight away. Still watching Ryan Hodge, Logan Rumsey, Dylan Wilson, along with Brady Thompson. And with 10 to go, we have got a yellow. Knox Lumley in the 24 machine. We take a look at the simratmarket.com instant replay. And I believe it was just a case of nowhere to go. for Knox Lumley. I believe this may have actually started a little further up here with Trey Mills sliding up on the front nose of the 00 machine of Kendall Tucker. And therefore, the 24 car had nowhere to go on board. And you just see how things can change so quickly. So back live with what is 10 to run. In fact, it'll be 9 to go once we go back green. And I believe the lights are still flashing. Yes, they are. So we're still sitting on 2 to green. Who will get the job done? Morgan Hauser. So that is going to be your front row. Herbert and Durgan. Remember, Durgan, he won the B main. So he's had to drive from position number 21. You looked right there. The positions gained as it stands. Caleb Durgan plus 17. Ryan Hodge plus 16. I mean, Jesse Endigan plus 10. Boy, it has really been on. But who will get it done? Lights are out. 9 to go in the 19th annual Team Victory Lane Racing Birthday Bash Pro Late Models here at Eldora. Thank you so very much for your company here on Ultimate Dirt TV and on the Team Victory Lane Racing Facebook page. We're back underway here in tonight's main event. Single digit laps remaining. It is 9 to go. Morgan, oh, just like that, we are yellow. Tanner Tomasi in that 09 machine. So again, just have a look at that. He just slides up. Slides up in front of Hodge. Nowhere to go for Ryan Hodge. And the 09 of Tanner Tomasi goes around. So the simratmarket.com instant replay. So back live with what will be basically the length of a heat race. Who do you think's going to victory lane, ladies and gentlemen? Just put the numbers in. Or you can type the names out. Doesn't really matter. Either way, it'll only be one driver to go to victory lane. Lights are out. Single file restart. Can Devin Morgan, can he put the 112 machine on the front straightaway in victory lane? Will Dylan Hauser, you know Hauser's going to have something to say about that one. We go back racing, 8 laps left to run in the main event. Keep an eye on Logan Rumsey in these final 8 or what will be 7 laps left to go. We stay focused right. Oh no, Rumsey got caught up with Dylan Wilson, and we stayed green, not for long. We go back to yellow. And the simratmarket.com instant replay shows how all this unfolded. Rumsey with a slider. Ken just parks it on the nose of the 80 machine. Dylan Wilson, but that's not in fact the reason for the caution. A little further back here. Knox Lumley just drives it right up into the left rear quarter panel of James Braswell Jr. No hiding from that one, just straight up. Braswell, straight up turn by the 24 machine. Boy, I'm sure Hauser would love to put it on the front straightaway to come away with the win, but you can bet your bottom dollar, Devin Morgan, he's got other plans for this one. So work the back straightaway behind the iRacing.com safety car. Hello, Joey. So we'll see if the safety car lights will turn off. See if we are 1 to green. They do. And we get ready to come back racing. Could this be the final 6 laps of the 19th annual Birthday Bash celebration main event? Morgan, Hauser, and Durgan. That's your top 3. Six to go. Morgan stamps the throttle down. We go back racing. Almost pulling what was 3/10 of a second lead down the front straightaway as it now goes to 3/10 out of turn number 2. Try and stay focused up near the front of the field. Meanwhile, Ryan Hodge trying to get by Colton Herbert for that 4th and 5th position. We've got just a handful of laps left to run. And Devin Morgan down the back stretch. Here comes Hauser. Hauser going to run the slide line, as does Colton Herbert on Caleb Durgan. Durgan turns it back underneath and they race down the front straightaway. Durgan's got it at the line. Durgan slides up right across the nose of the 6 machine of Colton Herbert. Here comes the 19 of Ryan Hodge. Hodge now almost making it 3 wide down into turn number 3 and 4. Brady Thompson, Logan Rumsey right there with the top 5. Not so much first and second because we've only got 1.5 miles to run right now for Devin Morgan. Oh, yellow with 6/10 of a second lead. We go yellow. And I think the simrapmarket.com instant replay will show that it was Blake Majulis along with Tanner Tomasi. They go 3 wide down the front straightaway. The 127 goes around. Jesse Entigan into the wall as well. And just like that, back under the safety car once again. And now we have a green-white checker. A green-white checker here to finish off the 19th annual Birthday Bash, the celebration. 19 years strong for Team Victory Lane Racing. And what started back in DTR2 days with Howard Weaver. Now, of course, the last 7.5 years have come to iRacing. And the home of the biggest paying and the richest iRacing races in history. Here we go, back underway. Devin Morgan, 1 mile. 2 laps from victory. Slider from Hauser, right on the nose of the 112 machine. Oh, can you believe it? Hauser has parked it on the nose of the 112. And we are going to go yellow. And it's not a race without controversy. These big races always have controversy here. Especially in the main event. Let's take a look at your Simrap Market instant replay. So this was the restart. Dives it deep down into 1 and no time for Morgan. And Hauser, I can confirm, has been sent to the tail end of the field. We are back live. Hauser will go to the tail end of the field. Giving Colton Herbert. How about Caleb Durgan? Look at this. Look at the positions gained. 19, and even Ryan Hodge right there with him. So I can confirm Morgan is out of the event. So regardless, he will not get his spot back. He is done and dusted. And with now overtime once again. 2 laps in what is 8 turns, 1 mile. Back underway. Here we go. Overtime number 2 has loomed. Durgan got some company with Ryan Hodge. They battle it out for tonight's hard charger. But they come to the white flag. 1 lap left to run. Herbert is going to do 4 more turns. Hodge goes down to the inside, but we go yellow. We're not going. We're not getting the 1 lap to go just yet. We go back to overtime once again. We're not done with just yet. And just when you think we're going to get it in the books, they say no. So once again, we'll get them lined up, single file behind the iRacing.com safety car. Lights are out. We're going back green. Herbert, Durgan, Hodge, Thompson, and Rumsey. We're back to green. Durgan, he's probably the only one with an opportunity right now to get the win. It is 1 lap. It's one final time around the Eldora Speedway. The 19th annual birthday bash main event win into turn number 3 off for turn number 4. Checkered flag is out. We are done. And the 19th annual birthday bash win will go to Colton Herbert. He will get the job done. Your official results coming up on screen. Colton Herbert gets the win from Caleb Durgan. Ryan Hodge in 3rd. Brady Thompson 4th. Logan Rumsey will come home with a top 5. Colton Zimmer 6th. Drew Hopkins, Mike Augustine, Ben Caldermarsh, and Evan C. That will be your top 10. We go 11th through to 20th. It'll look like this. Robbie Buchanan Jr. in 11th. 12th is Kendall Tucker, Knox Lumley 13th. Tanner Tomasi 14th. Dylan Wilson rounds out the top 15. Hauser in 16th. Jesse Enterkin in 17th. And the last car on the lead lap and cars to finish on pit road. James Braswell Jr. 18th. Devon Morgan 19th. Blake Majulis 20th. 21st is Trey Mills. Howard Weaver 22nd. 23rd is Landon Francis. And Matt Selby home in position number 24. Oh my. What a way. What a way to wrap up what has been the 13th annual birthday bash here from the Eldora Speedway. Boy, we are going to chat to... We'll chat to your podium here in just a few moments' time. We're just going to get a spot in the race where it's going to be there. And looks like we are ready to go and chat to your winner here tonight, driving car number 6. It is Colton Herbert. Colton, congratulations on the win. You've just won the Team Victory Lane Racing 19th Annual Birthday Bash. How does that one feel?
Oh, it's awesome, man. We kind of lucked out there at the end, but a couple sketchy restarts there at the end, but we were able to secure the win.
Made a handful of cautions in those last 10 laps. What was it like trying to, and more so, what was it like trying to get those final 2 restarts with a two to go, and then that 1 lap sprint there at the end?
Oh, I just know I had to hit my marks there at the end. I had to hit the restart perfect too. I knew Durgan was fast as well, our race, but we played it out perfect and got it done.
Hey, what does this mean to you now to become a VLR feature winner, but more so to do it in the 19th birthday bash? What does this mean to you and the team?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, we weren't able to run some previous events, but got back in this one and showed them how it's done. It means a lot for me and my whole team. I mean, everyone thought we were done, but we're just getting started. As my friend once said, the dog is off the chain.
Colton, congratulations on the victory here tonight at the Eldora Speedway. No doubt a lot of sponsors, a lot of great people behind the scenes that make this possible for you in the 6 car to get around.
Oh, yeah. I mean, first off, I got to thank everyone over there at House of Speed. I mean, we've been working hard all week on these setups, and it just got laid out perfectly. Herbert Graphics, Mills Concrete, Starry Ranch, Gears Unlimited, Solon's Transport, and just everyone on my car, man. They help out a lot.
There we go, Colton Herbert, ladies and gentlemen, your winner of the 19th annual birthday bash here at the Eldora Speedway. We'll get to chatting to second and third spot. Home in second spot tonight is going to be Caleb Durgan in car number 7. And after winning the B main, Caleb, you come home second spot, 1 spot shy of winning the B and the A. But, man, plus 19 or plus 20 positions. No, 19. That's a hell of a run for you in that 7 car.
Yeah, thanks, man. Going into it, I knew I just, had to be patient. And, we stayed patient, and it definitely paid off for us.
Tire wear is obviously a big thing. What was your right side tire like there at the end of that one? Because I mean, you were really moving through that field, not only passing those cars, but there was a handful, a bunch of laps where you were 2 and 3 wide.
Yeah, I don't know, they were kind of shot. I knew Colin had better tires than me. I was worried that we would have got too far behind there saving, and just if there was no yellows, I would have just been so far behind and not been able to advance any position. So I pushed a little early, but still a second place is nothing to hang your head about.
I mean, after having to start position number 21 to come through into second, obviously it shows that you've got a whole lot of speed in that number 7 car. What was it like trying to come through this field? Because 75 laps are a lot of pro drivers, a lot of drivers that are consistently up front in these Victory Lane racing races, and for you to come from 21st to second, it just goes to show that you and the team behind you, you guys have got something figured out.
Yeah, I've been working with Colin Bocus and Kiefer and them, the last week, and just figuring out what's fast for me and them. Bocus helped me out a lot for Eldora, and it definitely paid off. Having someone with all the knowledge like Kiefer and Bocus, it's it really helps you perform in the races because you have something good under the chassis.
Caleb, congratulations on the runner-up finish here tonight, plus 19 positions, and also after winning that B main, congratulations on the runner-up finish here tonight in the 19th annual Victory Lane Racing Birthday Bash. Caleb, before we let you go, of course, an opportunity to thank those sponsors, thank those people behind the scenes that made this possible for you in this 7 car to find the way up to a second spot here tonight. Yeah,
everyone at DDPC, Colin Bocus, Kiefer, all of them at CJB and Apex, they've helped me a lot. Adirondack signing contract and JD's tape and painting. Sean for being on the sticks for me this race. He guided me through that rat's nest. So, and everyone at VLR for putting on the shows, and you guys for broadcasting it. It's appreciated a lot.
Caleb, congratulations on second place. We'll see you next time, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Caleb Durgan home in second spot. Now we'll chat to the final driver on the podium. Also going plus 19 spots. He started right alongside the man that come home second. He started position number 22, comes home third. He also, in fact, he might have finished... anyhow, doesn't matter. It is third place driver of Ryan Hodge. Ryan, congratulations. Plus 19 spots, started 22nd, and you come home third. Got to be happy with that one.
Yeah, car was great all night. Qualifying, we kind of max speed, qualified in the back. Heat race, we got up to about, I think, 5th or 6th, which put us in a really good spot for the B main, which we started second in the B, stayed there, just rode around really. Then when come feature time, went 22nd. I knew I had to do something. I knew I couldn't stay back there because I knew if I stayed back there, I could have got lapped and my race would have been done from there. So I pushed middle race to get past that whole pack that was saving, and I guess it worked out getting a podium finish.
But the last 15, 10, 15, even 20 laps when it comes to, trying to save tyres and flicking that switch to, to really go forward to put yourself in a good spot in the main event. What was it like trying to, navigate those last sort of 10 to 15 laps, especially with those late race cautions?
Yeah, it was definitely very hard because some people on the restarts had more tires, some people had less. So it's very hard. It's kind of hard to navigate around it because, I mean, whatever strategy they're on, I just pushed middle and got up there. But so I know some people that pushed at the start, pushed the whole race really, and they fell off. But makes a huge difference. Very weird.
Well, Ryan, tell you what, congratulations on the third place finish here tonight in the 19th annual birthday bash. Before we let you go, of course, I'm sure there's a lot of sponsors on this car, a lot of great people behind the scenes that made this possible for you in this third place finish here tonight.
Yeah, got to thank Dylan Hauser. He put in so much work this week for guys, Colin Herbert, James Starry, Trey Mills. I mean, we all was working hard this week, wanting to get the money, and at least one of us got it. Competition transmission gear, my dad, my mom, just everyone that helps me, really. It was a good run. It was a good race. Thanks to you guys for putting it on. Thanks for you to broadcasting it. And yeah.
Ryan, congratulations on third place, and we'll see you next time.
Yep, thank you.
All right. Tell you what, we're not done with just yet. We're going to bring in a couple of guys that have been around the Victory Lane Racing stables for quite some time. And, I don't even know if he's ready for this one, but we're just going to drag him in anyway. Rocky Battenfield, 19th annual birthday bash is complete. Well, that might be a solid chat.
Sorry about that. I had you going and the replay going, so I was trying to figure out what I was listening to exactly.
19 years of Victory Lane Racing. Howard Weaver started something 19 years ago, and I mean we're 7 years on 7.5 years on iRacing now. This thing's just only going to get bigger and better, right?
Yeah, I mean VLR's been around forever. I pretty much started out with them. We were rivals for a long time, but Howard always had VLR in the forefront of everything we've done, and I really appreciate everything he's done. Speaking of which, he just came in here. Phil, unmute himself.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to ask him, if he could unmute himself just to ask him about how this. I mean, we all know it started 19 years ago back on DTR 2 days, but Howard, right, you created something 19 years ago where you're almost 2 decades strong.
Yeah, I started it when I was 15, and I turned 35 this year, so literally well over half my life now. And I think you called our first ever broadcast race, actually, Brett, which was several years later, I think like 2016 or 17. So you were also a part of some of the first at VLR, I guess.
I remember the conversations, and I remember you giving me a file to download, and I had to call, and I had a notepad of who was who, and that was certainly an experience, one that I'll never forget. But man, I tell you what, these races, they keep getting bigger and better each year, and there's a reason why you guys put up a whole lot of money for these guys to come out here and win it. It must be pleasing to see that after 19 years that you guys are still as strong as ever.
Yeah, it's crazy. It keeps growing every year. People get upset sometimes, but they know where to go for all the biggest races and events, and they always are guaranteed to get paid out like they're supposed to, and we try to be fair about everything, and we just enjoy putting the races on. We got another one coming up here in a couple months for an inaugural big late model race similar to the Spring Fling, and then of course we got the Gobbler coming up in November. So we just, I don't know, we all are passionate about it. We all have different strengths, and it takes guys like you to put them on for us, and these admins and the people behind the scenes that they don't always get the credit, but they do a great job, and all the drivers that show up too. It's just a team effort all the way around.
Oh, we'll bring in Chris Ferguson. Fergie, mate, you sort of come into I guess iRacing a little later than most people sort of come into, but since you've come in, you and yourself and not only the Majula C Camp, but also Victory Lane Racing, you guys have really taken and taken it up a notch.
Yeah, just there's so many people that make VLR great. It's not just Howard and Rocky and Steven. It's Tyler Burrow, Brian Reich, Kevin Dedman, all the OG VLR guys. They're part of the history of this. And I'm just very fortunate to be able to come along a couple years ago and become friends with Howard. And like me and him talked 2 years ago when we originally planned on doing all this stuff, we wanted to make it bigger and take the next step. And I think everyone's seen the last 2 years with VLR. It's been amazing. There's always haters. We love whenever y'all comment on all of our posts because it just helps the algorithm even more. We appreciate the people that love us. We appreciate people that hate us. We appreciate everyone that watches because every time we put on a show, we just we have a great crowd. We have a lot of people that interact. But at the end of the day, we do it for the racers. We do it for the community. There's a lot of guys that do this for nothing behind the scenes, and they don't ask for a dime. They don't ask for nothing in return. And there's a lot of people that throw a lot of hate and shade on them, but they would never step up and do what they do. So they do a thankless job, but I'm here to say it. I'm proud of all of them, and I'm thankful for all of them. And we ain't going nowhere. It's only going to get bigger from here.
Howard did mention about the inaugural late model race coming up. Can you guys share any more info on that one?
I mean, I don't even know much yet, but I believe it's going to be super late models, and I don't know if I can say how much to win. I think it's been posted. I guess I can, but I believe it's 4,000 to win right now, so almost as big as the Spring Fling. And yeah, we're just working out some of the details. I think Spartan Transportation is going to come on for that and be a big part of that. So we're also going to be looking for more sponsors to make it even bigger. And Fergie may have a little more information, but yeah, right now, I think it's probably going to be looking like October now, but should be one of our biggest races of the year for sure. So we're excited about it and ready to get started.
All right, so you guys have some more stuff coming up in a couple of months' time, but also you'll have the the Gobbler as well coming up. So still plenty more action live on the Victory Lane Racing league page and Facebook page. Again, just stay tuned to that one. Keep an eye on all the social media pages for Victory Lane Racing. But we'll wrap it up. The 19th annual birthday bash is complete. Congratulations, and $1,000 going to the winner, and that winner is Colton Herbert. On behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV and the Victory Lane Racing Facebook page and Facebook team, we say farewell. Thank you so very much for watching. Good night. We'll see you next time.